व्हाट्स अप गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू अ न्यू वीडियो। और आज अपन खेलने वाले किंगडम कम डिलीवरेंस 2 जो कि रिसेंटली लॉन्च हुआ है। तुम लोगों ने स्ट्रीम पे तो देख ही लिया होगा। ये गेम का फर्स्ट पार्ट मैंने खेल रखा है, चैनल पे नहीं खेला है, पर्सनली खेला है। बट ऐसा लोग बोल रहे हैं रिव्यूज में कि फर्स्ट पार्ट देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, चीज़ें एक्सप्लेन की गई सेकंड में। बाय द वे गेम मैंने नहीं लिया है, गेम बहुत महंगा है बट प्राइस के हिसाब से वर्थ इट है। अपने दोस्त ने अपन को गिफ्ट कर दिया ये गेम, मतलब गिफ्ट नहीं, मतलब उसके अकाउंट पे, अपन उसके अकाउंट से खेल रहे।
कैलकुलेटेड है।
न्यू गेम, लेट्स गो। चालू कर दिया। At the beginning of the 15th century of the kingdom of Bohemia is ravaged by war. Lacking आवाज कुछ ज्यादा है शायद। Only a handful of loyalty stand by the rightful king. Damn, direct war क्या? So Claude 14.
Keep firing! Don't stop!
भाई गन भी मिलने वाली है क्या अपने को अभी? हमला हो रहा है भाई।
We need more arrows! Need help here, damn it! You, grab whatever you can and get up top!
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep.
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others.
भाई इंग्लिश में तो पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, मतलब वॉइस एक्टिंग है। ये क्या अपन है क्या? हाँ ये अपन ही है शायद। नहीं अपन नहीं। नशीब।
Godwin!
गॉडविल?
Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move! Father!
टू द बैटलमेंट्स बोलते। लेट्स सी।
Will you
Oh,
come to
yeah,
anoint us
but-
before we die? We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze.
सॉर हैंड्स आ गए।
Get ready!
अपन के ऊपर अटैक हो रहा है, ठीक है। अच्छा मेरे को लगा फुसका हुआ, बट ठीक है। अपने पे गिरने वाला है वो भाई। माँ कसम भाई, मजा ही आ गया।
A rude awakening, eh?
देखते हैं अभी क्या होता है। ओ
Make it count.
हैं? ओके, सुबह से बैठ के मैं सेटिंग कर रहा हूँ बाय द वे इस गेम की। इसने लाइव स्ट्रीम और रिकॉर्डिंग साथ में नहीं कर पा रहा है। मेरा पीसी क्रैश हो गया था, गेम 2 बार 3 बार हो चुका है। कल रात को लाइव करके भी देखा मैंने, प्राइवेट नहीं हुआ। तो अभी मैं सोच रहा हूँ रिकॉर्ड करके एपिसोड डालेंगे, सेफ तरीका है, वरना लाइव भी खराब हो जाएगी, मेरा एक्सपीरियंस भी खराब हो जाएगा। FPS की सेटिंग बंद कर देता हूँ, मेरी औकात निकल देगी। मैंने देख रखे ना, क्योंकि बहुत गिरते मेरे FPS पे। ना ही देखूँ तो अच्छा है, नहीं रियलिटी ना ही सामने आया तो अच्छा है। इसको ऑफ कर देते हैं ना, बाकी सेटिंग्स मेरी देख ही लो तुम। वो कस्टम इसलिए दिखा रहा है क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ ये लो और मीडियम थोड़े कर रखे हैं, बाहर के लोगों के सेटिंग्स देख के ज़रा, क्योंकि अपना पीसी ज़रा लो टियर में आता है सद्या। करेंगे अपग्रेड अपन भी, बट अभी के लिए लो टियर है तो उस हिसाब से मैंने सेटिंग कर रखी है। चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं। अपने हाथ में बो आ चुकी है, शायद अपन वो बंदे हैं। गो अप टू द स्टेयर्स टू द फ्रंट, ठीक है।
Over here! Get up there quick!
अभी अपन एज गॉडविन खेल रहे हैं, ठीक है।
I'll knock it down!
ऐसे राइट क्लिक से अपन रीलोड कर रहे हैं। एक नंबर। एक और। लेट्स गो लेट्स गो।
You're not up to it.
अबे तेरी तो तू क्या कर रहा है बे?
Die, you swine!
भाई हेडशॉट पे हेडशॉट दे रहा हूँ मैं। भाई इनको कैसे रोकूं? मिस हो गया।
Get ready! They're coming inside! Godwin, move downstairs. We can handle it here.
ओके। हेल्प डिफेंड द गेट इन द कोर्टयार्ड। ठीक है।
Godwin, get over here with that. Die! Don't let them have the way through! Bastards!
पता नहीं लग भी रहा है कि नहीं।
Don't stop! What the fuck are they waiting for?
वो
Die!
जला दिया बे।
Ready for another? This slows them down. Come on, stop them! Die! Godwin, draw your sword and follow me. That's it.
ओ लेट्स गो। काका को फॉलो कर रहे हैं अपन। बे जल्दी चल। ड्राई डेविल नाम है उसका। ये स्लो डेविल नाम रखो भाई उसका। वो स्लो है।
Knock it down.
डिफेंड राइट क्लिक दबा के रखना है और अटैक करने के लिए होगा। ठीक है। चल चल चल।
Oh, gotcha!
E to push the ladder.
Can't get away from me. I'll kill you, you cunt!
गालियां बहुत है भाई इसमें। भाई मजा ही आ रहा है बे। सी ये अपन है क्या? नहीं अपन नहीं है। हेनरी ऐसा नहीं दिखता।
Like, don't poke at it. Just calm down.
तो टपा क्या गए?
Oh, Dentist Fortuna, fucking Yuvat. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
भाई क्या इंट्रो है भाई? अंदर घुस गए हैं क्या? हाँ आई थिंक। भाई माँ कसम भाई। क्रेजी भाई। ये नहीं हो गया जल्दी। इतने वॉर के बाद देखो एकदम पीसफुल सिनेरियो। सेवरल वीक्स अर्लियर।
Oh, Dentist Fortuna, you rat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does it actually mean?
Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world, meet new women, and simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir. Trotsky.
भाई विजुअल्स मीडियम टू लो सेटिंग पे भी
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money.
एग्री कर देते
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on
है
their
ना?
doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that.
अभी के लिए
He'll
एग्री
hand
करते हैं
over all the
इससे
Rattay
मेरे को
estates
याद
to
है
you one day.
इसके पिछले अपन ने गेम में इसकी वाट लगाई थी
Of course.
और फिर अपन इससे
How
दोस्त
could I
बन गए थे ऐसा
possibly
कुछ
botch
तो
it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
So do I. How is that? Fortuna...
Audentes fortuna juvat. See now, there's the Henry I know and love. Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oaks.
ये
Just keep your eyes on the road ahead. Exactly.
बाय द वे मैंने पिछले गेम से डॉगी पूरा मिस कर दिया
We
है
want to know.
ऐसा मेरे दोस्तों ने मुझे बताया कि पिछले गेम में भी था
Eyes like a hawk.
बट
I don't
ऑफ कोर्स
miss nothing.
पूरा गेम खेलने के बाद मेरे को पता चलेगा कि हाँ, कितनी देर तक ऐसे राइड करना है हाँ वही बोलने वाला था नहीं आप मर गए थे लास्ट एपिसोड में एपिसोड बोल लास्ट गेम में
Ready for
पिछले
a
गेम
fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, don't stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
हो गई
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Bergov from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my
कुछ तो
master
पॉलिटिक्स भी चल रही
is a
थी.
member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
नहीं, लड़ना नहीं है ब्रो. आउट नंबर्ड है अपन. ओके, ऑफ कोर्स अपन को ही आगे आना पड़ेगा, है ना. बाकी सारे तो ढए पूरे किंगडम वाले. तो यार ये लोड
We're
कितना
not
होता है?
enemies.
हो गया.
We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
एडवाइजर ऑफ द नोबल. अच्छा, what is your play style? लिखा है soldier. Likes nothing more than to have a weapon in his hand and wear a strong suit of armor. He also infamous for his short temper. Advisor prefers to solve things using his knowledge, sharp tongue, and kind words. Scout like to hide in the shadows and solve tasks silently, undetected by the stealth. Choose a playstyle will give you some starting experience points, but the choice of what traits you will develop next is up to you. अभी के लिए अपन एडवाइजर के पास से जाएंगे यूजिंग हिज नॉलेज एंड शार्प टंग एंड काइंड वर्ड्स, क्योंकि काम आएगी शार्प टंग अपन को आगे भी.
I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band. So why should I trust you?
बात तो सही. Oh, persuasion. Persuasion requires the other party to believe you. Speech. Try to handle the situation peacefully and without conflict. Charisma. You may use your noble appearance and good reputation. Might. You try to come across as a hero and protector of the weak. Persuasion is not about picking the highest number. It's about who you are talking to, what you look like, what your reputation is. For example, threatening a bunch of thugs with violence alone is usually pointless. Just like claiming to be a nobleman with straw sticking out of your boots. समझ गया. बेसिकली अगर आप अच्छे दिखते हो तो आप मतलब करिश्मा विरिश्मा करोगे टाइप्स. Correctly. By choosing speech, you will try to resolve the situation using a diplomatic skills. Or try appealing to your noble appearance. People are more inclined to believe a well-dressed lord than a beggar. Alternatively, try to convince the counterparty of chivalry and offer your skills and strength. देखो लड़ाई तो करनी नहीं है. Do we really look like bandits to you? ये वाला कर सकते हैं ना, नोबल वाला. Let's try.
Take a good look at us. Do we really look like bandits to you?
I'm still not sure whether I should trust you.
You don't have to trust us. As long as Lord von Burgov does when we see him. An entire company in rat-eye livery, a sealed message. I think he'll understand at first sight who's standing before him. The way I see it, ensuring safe passage to the castle for Sir Hans Capon of Lipa and his entourage should be in your interest. So?
You can be assured that I respect
Success.
your position, gentlemen. All right.
Let's go. सही choice. अरे कट सी. अच्छा इशारे दे रहा है उनको.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our
W
way.
यार.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall. And Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God, what kind of a backwater have they sent us to?
भड़क गया क्या? भड़क गया
I
लगता
suppose
है.
we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them.
भी ये मरवाएगा भाई.
Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank.
थोड़ा अभी दिन है, थोड़ा तो चले जाते हैं आगे.
I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Go away, Morton. You'll get nothing from
Find out for Sir Hans what the plan is. Okay. Pebbles ये अपना ओरिजिनल हॉर्स है. ये तो नहीं था मेरे पास पिछली बार, बट ठीक है. उसी से बात करनी है क्या? अरे कुत्ता क्यों भौंक रहा है?
Henry, call that dog to heel.
Mutt! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Well, hoorah! Peace at last. That
जे My dog from Scarlet Skip. हाँ,
barking was a pain in the ass.
बात तो सही. Horse is the one who is in charge of supply, so I should go and ask him something for month.
How many
Oh,
times
no.
do I have to tell you? I
ये
ain't
क्या?
playing with
हाँ.
you.
Do you know these parts?
A little. It's all rocks and woods.
पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है बे.
Lovely to look at, but shit for hunting in.
अच्छा लग रहा है जरा.
If you don't watch your step, you could
हाँ,
easily
पढ़ के थक
fall
गया.
down some fissure.
So you've been in Trotsky before?
Not Trotsky itself. Once I just passed through here with Sir Hanusha's escort.
Ah, I expect that's why he sent you with us.
No doubt, but also because I'm not as rash as you youngsters. And besides, as the cook, I make sure you lot don't gobble up all the supplies at once.
Do you know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
कुत्ते के लिए खाना दे मेरे.
Listen, would you have some scraps for a mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
You get food at Trotsky. I'll bring you something from Noble's Feast. You wouldn't want much to bite you.
We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow,
Let's see.
and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Those sausages of yours are only fit for a dog anyway.
For Christ's sake, stop giving me a hard time. I'll have you know that sausage is
बे
fucking
यार,
good.
ईगो पे ले लिया
But
साले ने.
neither you nor your dog will get to taste it.
Wouldn't you swap it for something?
Reputation
My
lost.
Tankard
जायला.
is my ring. I lost it to
इसको
him
मारने
at
मत.
dice, and if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you that sausage.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
बे तेरे चक्कर में क्या क्या करना पड़ रहा है मुझे.
Good boy. Good boy.
अबे इससे जीतनी पड़ेगी मेरे को.
Watch that tankard. You play dice with him, you'll lose.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure.
How's
Let's
about
see.
spicing
जीत
it
पाएंगे
up
क्या
with a
अपन?
little wager?
I heard you won a ring off Oates. What about that?
Fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky. All right?
हार नहीं सकते भाई, नांगड़ हो जाएंगे। ओके ठीक है, मेरे को ये देखने दो। होपफुली मेरे को इनफ समझ में आ गया है।
See whose side luck is on today.
तो बेसिकली अपन खेलते मोस्टली जो राइट साइड ऊपर वाले हैं ना, इनके लिए हैं कि ये 3 कब आएंगे, तब तक अपन 1 और 5 को पास करते थे 100 और 50 पॉइंट को। लेट्स सी। चलो फिलहाल अपन ने क्या रोल किया है, 1 2 4 4 5 6। तो अपन 1 को सिलेक्ट करेंगे तो इधर नीचे देखो 100 पॉइंट्स आया। स्कोर एंड पास करेंगे अपन, क्योंकि नहीं पास नहीं करेंगे, स्कोर एंड कंटिन्यू करेंगे। अभी मैंने हक दिया था स्कोर एंड कंटिन्यू। तो 100 पॉइंट अभी हो गए मेरे, 5 अपन ने री रोल किए हैं अभी। 1 3 4 4 6 बहुत अनलकी, क्योंकि डबल पॉइंट नहीं काउंट। अगर एक और 4 होता तो 400 होता ही, बट अभी एक ही है तो इसको सिलेक्ट करेंगे और स्कोर एंड कंटिन्यू। होपफुली इसमें 3 आ जाए।
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
1 2 3 3 आई थिंक कुछ होता नहीं है ना। आई थिंक स्कोर एंड पास करना पड़ेगा। अनफॉर्चुनेटली 300 ही हो पाया अपना। कर सकता था मैं रीरोल, बट बहुत रिस्की है, बस्ट हो जाता वरना। ओ 100 उसका भी कुछ अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है। होपफुली उसको 3 ना आए यार। देखते वो रिस्क लेगा, वो रिस्क ले रहा है वो, पार्ट ना लग जाए मेरी। 5 और 1 करके आगे बढ़ेगा। मैं भी ले सकता था, मतलब 450 उसके अपने 300 ही हैं, तो अभी अपन को रिस्क लेना पड़ेगा। 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 500 पॉइंट्स है नहीं, स्कोर एंड पास कर सकते हैं अपन। हाँ स्कोर एंड पास, ये थोड़ा सा लकी था।
No, that's as far as I go.
भाई ये जीत सकता है अपने से। 1 2 3 1 2 3 ये 1 है 3, ये आई थिंक बहुत ज्यादा पॉइंट होते हैं। 1000 पॉइंट है और मैं जीत गया हूँ, है ना? हाँ जीत गया हूँ मैं। स्कोर एंड पास, हाँ मैं जीत गया हूँ। चल रिंग जीत ली, मट के लिए खाना मिल गया।
You played well. What's to be done?
पिछले गेम में ना एक अचीवमेंट थी, वो करते करते मैं मर गया था ये खेल खेल के। रिटर्न टू द रिंग, रिटर्न द रिंग टू द ओट्स। ओके गेट अप W। आ जा ओट्स, तेरे को खाना देता हूँ। ऑलरेडी साइड मिशंस करने लगे हैं।
Tankard can't tell a 5 from a 6. I won that ring off him.
You beat the bastard. Ha! You're a dab hand, Henry. Thanks. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman will break her broom over my back.
What will you give me for it?
Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison.
All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage.
Yeah. True enough.
चल रेपुटेशन बढ़ा मेरी, नहीं बढ़ाई साले ने। To feed must look at him, press left alt and select 1 feed. Okay. ए इधर रुक।
Look what I have for you.
Select. उससे बात करते, बहुत देर टाइम पास कर लिया इधर।
Well then, Henry. Henry. Oh, that was a tight thing with the captain, eh?
It wasn't nice. I dealt with it.
It looked for a while like we'd be charging at each other.
I must say, I wasn't expecting that bastard to start on me.
Yeah, I could tell.
But we managed the situation all right in the end. He even apologized to us. If Hanush had seen it, maybe he'd finally stop treating me like a child, eh?
Well, I don't know. When I look at you, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Kiss my arse. And by the way, since you're here, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh?
Okay.
Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or should we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
है जी अच्छा वो स्विच कर सकता हूँ Shall we start sword fighting?
Should we start?
Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead. Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me. Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly. Now, a longer sequence.
Sequence में करना था.
Enough.
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Now save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard.
Block attacks.
That's the way. Good. Good. Nice.
Oh, मेरे को लगा वो अटैक करेगा तब मेरे को ब्लॉक करना.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
Pretty good. You're doing great, Henry.
Okay.
Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I'll just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. You have to follow up with a strike. Too fast for you, am I? Block it. Sweet. Nice. Well, hey, you're not as good as Captain Bernard,
ठीक है.
but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block? Oh, I was too slow. Nice. Oh, nice, Henry. Nice. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 grosh?
100? How about 200? Are you feeling confident or not?
Fine, 200. On guard.
Defeat Sir Hans. Okay.
Off to a good start.
आजा.
Weren't expecting that, were you? Weren't expecting that, were you?
आजा. चल
Put up a fight at least. Oh, you haven't got a hope. Put up a fight at least. And you're supposed to be my bodyguard. And you.
बे यार हार गया मैं इससे
I say the victor is clear. I'll get my winnings from you later. Now it's time to eat.
Don't hold back.
बे यार
Sword play's giving me quite an appetite. Let's get some grub.
बहुत बुरा स्टार्ट इससे हार गया मैं दे ये
So who won, gentlemen?
That's obvious, isn't it? Henry learned a lesson or two, and I won our bet. At least I'll have someone to buy me drinks in the tavern. It was almost like that time in Rattay.
True. Only I won that time. Your bow, which came in very handy afterwards.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
speech
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we'd drag you home right away...
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot,
Throwing groschen around like that? Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that
Sí,
crook
यार
Pesha
सबको मालूम है
at the
क्या
mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
अबे क्या चालू है
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
बता दूं क्या देखते क्या बताता
Listen
है
up. I'll tell you what that girl can do. The wildest she-cat I know. So when she's stripped off...
Enough, enough.
काटना पड़ेगा
You
मेरे को
want to be a chivalrous knight, and you talk like that about a damsel? For shame.
where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
हाउंड मास्टर बने क्या नहीं स्टेल थोड़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है
In the camp, with you lot. It was Conrad's turn to gather wood, and I wasn't hungry yet. So I stretched out for a bit by the horses.
Oh, yeah? Where? You didn't see him?
I was going for wood.
It was getting dark. I reckon he just overlooked me.
You gave me a nasty shock when you came out of the darkness. You're as quiet as a mouse, and that's the truth.
Wicked.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Bergov is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the royal chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords. And that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
ओह नहीं अपन तो sword
A
लेंगे
sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords.
No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Istvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Istvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated. And let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supply.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Finally, बहुत बड़बड़ हो गया भाई. Yapping simulator खेल रहा हूँ ऐसा लगा मैं.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So? That's a view
Wow.
fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ball sack.
What's the matter?
Females!
अबे यार.
Let's go to them.
Sir Hans.
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
भाई क्या हो रहा है ये? स्टार्ट ही हुआ अभी तो गेम. आई थिंक मेरे को ना जेंटलमैन बनना चाहिए क्योंकि अपना जो ये जरा हिला हुआ है इधर.
Follow me. Carefully. No sudden moves. Don't give us away. Hear that singing? They must be close.
क्या कर रहे हैं हम ये? इस गेम के प्रोलॉग थोड़े बदल चुके. मैं नहीं पकड़ा जाना चाहता भाई इसके साथ.
Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on. Let's get closer.
भाई दोनों ही क्रीप हैं भाई. मेरे को डाउट है मैं ये दिखा पाऊंगा कि नहीं आगे का.
One of them's doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way. Right in our path. Damn it. Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
What was that sound? What is this racket here?
It worked. Let's go.
ये बंदा नोबल मैन है भाई. यहाँ क्या देख रहा है? आगे देख. क्या कट सीन है ये? एक घंटे में ही क्या गाना गा रहे हैं?
Pana je u muzyky, směje se na kasníky, klienty ją jedí, Pana sama sedí, aleluja, domino, aleluja.
Damn.
Henry, I told you to.
वो क्या बैंडेड्स है क्या? ओ शिट, अपने बंदे मर गए अपने बंदे।
We've got to do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake.
ना बुरा प्लान था भाई। अभी लड़कियों को भी उठा लिया।
Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
What the fuck? भाई बचाना पड़ेगा भाई।
Hey! What the
हाँ।
fuck are you doing? Hey! Hands off her, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs! That bastard's with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said! What the fuck? She's mine! What are you gaping at? Shoot!
चल बच गई ना।
Stand there, you idiot! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim?
Just now!
ये लगा क्या मेरे पीठ पे लगा बे?
Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side! Oh, his horses, quick!
मेरे पीठ में लगा है भाई।
Oh, Mott. What the fuck was that, Henry? You rescuing a damsel in distress?
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What?
Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this.
No, wait!
Ah, fuck! We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yeah, I'll manage. I'd lead the way.
ओके। अपना कुत्ता भी बिखर गया आई थिंक। होपफुली वो लड़की बच गई।
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish.
भाग जाओ, बदला तो बाद में ले लेंगे। Game said, "You are a wanted man. Get
We'll get out
away
of the
with
woods
Saran."
and find someone. Then we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up. So, how far is it to Trotsky?
Use your head. Be careful. Stick behind me.
There's someone in front of us.
Down. They mustn't get away. Got that? Call out as soon as you see them. And then kill them. No fucking around. You, watch the middle of the gorge.
We
And
can't
keep
go
your eyes
this way.
peeled,
Go
right?
around.
You two, go up there. Get a move on. Footprints,
Sacra.
foot trails.
He'll see us. We'll have to wait.
Get to work.
think they could swim all the fucking way across?
Shut up, or the chief will hear you.
It's still easier here than that skirmish on the
Now.
outside.
Stumbling about in the pitch black, when all your torch does is blind you.
क्या हुआ stealthily? भाई stealth इस game में बहुत ज़रूरी है.
There's more of them up top. Fuck.
I played dice against Lefty yesterday.
They're coming
Couldn't
here.
keep him
Stand
watching
still.
instead. You reckon we'll find them, do you? If they tried to swim across the pond, they'll be found half dead somewhere on the bank.
Run, quick.
Instead of being high up. Because you can't see shit from up there through the foliage. But we were sent up top.
Oh, no. Fuck, they're in front of us. Quick, into the rocks.
Kurva! They're fleeing into the rock! Hurry! Run around! We'll catch them at the top!
Hands,
What now?
भाग.
Hey? Hans!
Shit!
There's more of them up top.
Where now, for fuck's sake?
भागते रहे देखेंगे. बे थक बहुत जल्दी जा रहा है.
Damn it, they're everywhere.
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us.
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake.
Stop it. This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way. If we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
Explore the entry point into the rocks.
There's a path, but through fissures. Oh, there's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
Where are they? I don't know. They must have come this way. If only that bloody idiot Nails hadn't broken his leg climbing down the cliff. He was trying to catch up with him. Aye, but he shouldn't have jumped down in the dark.
Okay.
You keep watch here, and I'll go and push through. Give me a shout if you see them. Aye. When the others get here, we'll move in from both sides. And send someone after me, too. Got it.
Hans! Hey, Hans!
What? Alert! Ah!
Ah! Ha!
There's a path, but through fissures. Oh, there's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
soldiers there, so I set off
Why?
after you. Corva. That was a hellish maze. Let's go.
ओके बाहर का रास्ता ढूंढ लिया. पिछली बार मैं कैसे भटक गया था क्या मालूम. साला 2 मिनट के लिए जंप स्केयर हो रहा है रे. फ्रेम्स की वजह से. एक नंबर. स्वॉर्ड ले ले. चल तेरे को दिखाता हूँ क्या हूँ
You're
मैं.
in for an arse kicking, you piece of shit! Fucking hell!
आजा. चल 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 चलती है. लग रही है ना वाट. लग रही है ना. मैं हला तक नहीं हूँ. चलती हट. भाई नंगा मार गया मैं इसको. इसको मत भाई. मेरे को थोड़ा टाइम देते मैं मार देता उसको.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house. If you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists. We did a fine job.
विजडम दे रहा है बापू. बात तो सही है. Hans खो गया as always.
Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits. Like keeping your head on your shoulders. Ah.
Hallucinate कर रहा.
I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are.
अपना बाप वो था ना. नोबल मैन था.
Am I? Am I dead? Not yet. I'm dead though.
मेरे को मालूम.
If I'm not, then how come you chose a different path than I wanted for you? And maybe that's how it was meant to be. But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up.
पापा में डेविड गॉगिंस की आत्मा आ गई.
It's not over yet.
For the love of God, wake up.
ये क्या है?
Pull yourself together, Henry.
हाँ.
Thank Christ. Oh, I thought you were done for.
Where am I?
Well, you dropped out of the sky like a shot down hawk. And that fella landed with you. He broke your
इसने
fall
इसके
nicely,
कपड़े
otherwise
निकाल.
you'd have ended up the same as him.
वाह.
What are you wearing?
Well, you won't be needing it. We can't be running naked through the woods. And if you're capable of running at all.
And where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Like, just don't worry about your dog.
भाई
He
जान
can look
बचाई
after
उसने मेरी.
himself. Like, we've got to disappear. Like, come on, I'll help you up.
ये बचे कैसे इतने ऊपर से गिर के? इसको फिर से लोडिंग. Fortuna. Main quest
How are you
started.
holding up?
Not bad.
It's not so bad.
All right. That'll have to do for now. As long as you're able to talk. As long as you talk, I know you're hanging in.
भाई नशा है इन पौधों में.
What are you staring at?
Horseman. Faster.
I'm doing what I can, pal.
Oh.
Jesus, don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
कौन सा पौधा था आप समझ जाओ.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
Fuck.
What's the matter?
Scallis is in flames. We're gonna die here.
You survived Scallops, and you'll survive this. Come on.
Bianca.
Come on.
Crazy, crazy.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle.
Easy,
Hurry.
Henry. What about you? Are you mad?
Mother's in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what
Come
I
on.
say right now. Give the sword to
For
Sarata.
Christ's sake.
Anything happens, he'll take care
Come
of you.
on. Oh, you can hardly stand, damn it. But we'll make it together. You'll see.
देखो जिनको नहीं मालूम था फर्स्ट गेम में क्या हुआ है फ्लैशबैक्स.
Henry, focus.
We can't run away.
Henry, pull yourself together.
Kill them.
Please. God, there's nobody here. You're just imagining things.
Run.
No. Don't give
तो
it
ये
up.
थे वो humans
Hang in there.
जिन्होंने स्कारलेट्स जो अपना शहर है उस पर अटैक किया गाँव.
We'll make it together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this. It's all right, Henry. I've got you. Just a little further.
Crazy.
Henry, wake up.
Let's see.
The linden tree.
वो जहाँ मैंने गाड़ा था ना इनको I think.
No, we can't stop. Henry, snap out of it. Stay with me. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Hold on. Hold on. We're here. We're here.
Pavlena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
Right. I'll see what I can do for him. Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
My parents, they're... That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed, but don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Now I've got you, whore sons.
Think again, strong.
उठा स्वॉर्ड हेनरी, उठा उठा, वो नहीं लड़ सकता तेरे से।
Hey, lad. Are you alive, lad?
Nice questions. देख लो भाई, इसको नहीं पता था क्या हुआ स्कारलेट। इसको शायद अपन ने मारा था ना, तो याद नहीं। आई थिंक उसको मारा है अपन ने।
They burned it to the ground.
Slaughtered everyone. Who?
Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning.
Get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
I am Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother?
I ain't your ma, laddie. Oh, may all the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
नो, उसने फाइट किया लगता है, अब जीता लग रहा है। नाइस। You discovered your bed, okay.
What happened? What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lads, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
Well, I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
What happened to him?
That cutthroat that followed you fellas cut him up bad. Hans was fighting him outside, then he came staggering in, said something about Fortuna and collapsed on the floor.
But you'll help him, won't you?
God willing. Well, I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
I've had worse. My shoulders things a bit, but I'm all right otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So, I didn't do the best job, and now you've moved about. It's started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon
Stop
I
the
can
bleeding.
manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushena's my name.
Well, I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Okay. Terrible fall. Miraculously, you survived the terrible fall, but you lost several main level skill, perks, points due to your extensive injuries. You have no choice but to recover and regain them gradually later in the game. Oh. Splash water on yourself. Eat. पहले जरा पानी ये कर लेते हैं.
And the Holy Virgin and all. Better pray you have someone up there looking out for you.
Okay.
That's really good. Aye. True bliss is a full belly.
भाई इस गेम में वो भी रहता है, ध्यान रखना पड़ता है.
Hans, can you hear me, friend? Christ. In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you, and over Bajana, too.
There's a water trough in front of the hut. Have a wash there, so you're fit to face the world.
Okay.
Feel like a new man.
उसका कपड़ा पहन लेते, शायद ऐसा ना हो कि वो बुरा मान जाए ना. उसका कपड़ा पहन के उसको दिखाते. सेविंग द गेम. ओह, सेव योर स्नैप्स. पिछले गेम में बड़ा मुश्किल था इसको लेना.
Well, seems Bajana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here. I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine.
Medis.
It can either put a dead man back on his feet, or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can. Easy as pie. I can do that. Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds. Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need fresh
reputation.
sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow scent.
ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना
Back
चाहिए
of the
basically.
hut, there's a footpath leading up to... You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both...
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly... do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Food, prayer, tools. Okay. Pick up the corpse. इससे नहीं बात कर सकता मैं. पहले मैं देख लेता हूँ क्या क्या मिशंस दिखा रहा है. ये लाने अपन को पिक सेज एफ एच कब द कॉर्प्स. हाँ ऑफ कोर्स ये भी कर ही लेते हैं. लूट तो कर ही लिया है.
Ah, shit! Shoulder. This bastard's hard work. You can't be in the ground soon enough.
चलो ये हो गया. बाय द वे एक चीज बतानी थी. पिछले गेम में सिर्फ 100 के अपन सेव कर सकते थे. इस बार सेव एंड क्विट का ऑप्शन है भाई. मतलब थोड़ा सा कन्वीनियंट तो बना दिया है भाई. पहले थोड़ा
Shoulder still hurts like hell.
हो गई.
Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
क्यों कूदा मैं वहां से मुझे नहीं पता.
That's it. Chamomile.
थोड़ा और ले लेते. Just for good measure.
Purple flower. Sage. There we go. Right. I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better. What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
And they must be hiding here somewhere in... Lord von Bergov is reinforcing... Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
I was treating two fellas from Shaleoff, what got badly beaten up.
Let him go! This'll be... You're a dead man. Prepare to fight!
Fuck! Another one! Jesus! Fucking slaughter!
Let's go. मजा आ गया. बहुत टाइम बाद मारा.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know how much you heard. They came here saying they was from Lord von Burgo,
Wow.
and they was looking for 2 bandits that ambushed some knight yesterday. But for sure they wasn't von Burgo's people. They didn't even have his Waffenrocks. But they sure sounded keen to find you fellas.
Maybe they were from that band that fought.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Burgov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond. And you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you. I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken. But thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses.
अभी
in my
तो एक
yard.
गाड़ के आया.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potions. I gave you 2 the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how...
All right, I'll try.
Reputation gained. Okay. I don't know.
But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain. I have a book here with the recipe. But it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Okay, finally.
I'm as hungry as a wolf.
Go to it and we'll get started.
Okay.
First, go to the recipe book. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. What are you waiting for? Pour. So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Move the cauldron. X.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
2 handfuls. एक, 2.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Okay. We are actually cooking by fire. Four.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Okay. Oh, कर लिया I think successfully.
Here it is.
Oh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Reputation gained, let's go.
If you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of them damn corpses what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do
भाई
the best
मुंह
I
देखो
can.
मुंह धो
When
लेना
you're
चाहिए
done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you...
When's the last time I ate something?
ओके लेट्स सी क्या क्या करने बोल रही है. स्लीप अंटिल मॉर्निंग पिकअप, ये इन लोगों को कर लेते हैं ना. इस बार अब मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ, मैं सारे साइड मिशन करूँगा ऐसा मैंने सोचा है, क्योंकि पिछली बार मैंने बहुत कुछ मिस कर दिया था जब मैं रिव्यूज़ देख रहा था लोगों के. बाल क्यों ख़राब हो गए भाई. एक बार गाड़ लें फिर खा के सोते. वो ये भी बदल देते ना, क्या बोलते हैं. मैं भी ये पूरा जो इंट्रो टाइप है ये ख़त्म करने के बाद एक एपिसोड एंड करूँगा मैं.
Those corpses have been taken care of. They're gone to rest by the stream.
Oh, thanks, Henry. You did what you could. Me and the gravedigger will do the rest, so I ain't stuck with that corpse forever.
वो एरोज है यहाँ. अच्छा ये उसका है, मेरा नीचे. मैंने उधर चोरी कर ली थी मैंने तो ऑलमोस्ट. सिट. जस्ट स्लीप ना. ठीक है, स्लीप एंड सेव। पाँच बजे तक 12 घंटा। ओ
A sword such as
Flashbacks.
this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my
PTSD.
sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Hmm.
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
Yeah!
Damn.
Don't
अभी याद आया
disappoint
मेरे को, मिल गई थी ना शायद अपन को बाद में।
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Oh, damn.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
कितना लंबा होने वाला है ये इंट्रो?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night.
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Ma knows what she's doing. And that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows. And it looks like they did the trick on that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad. But I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you.
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
My father. It was just a dream. It doesn't mean anything. My father, maybe.
Pa, without a doubt.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much, but
अरे मेंटलिस्ट
it's a
मेंटलिस्ट बोल
good
रहा
thing
हूँ,
he's more important
थेरेपिस्ट
to
है
you
क्या
than
ये?
that murderer.
Thank you. I'll think of it. I don't care about old wives.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's,
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you.
Is yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lord.
Okay. जैसे फटाक से खा लो. skills, Henry will also give you a perk point. You can use them to unlock his other abilities and upgrades. The list of perks can be opened by pressing P.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna Yuvirage.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a
ये बड़बड़ है थोड़ा याप है.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat?
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you say...
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh.
यार.
I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day,
काकू
sir.
थोड़े ससी हो रहे भाई.
Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see...
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn.
Let's go.
Have a little sip each time.
अच्छा है भाई ये कर रहा हूँ
It'll
मैं.
save you a lot of trouble.
I mean मेरे को ये सब पता है कि मैं खेल रखा है.
It's not all that hard to
वीडियो
brew.
के लिए अच्छा है.
With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come
वो
in
रेसिपी
handy.
मिल गई इतनी
No
जल्दी.
doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right.
भाई तुमको आइडिया नहीं कितना हार्ड था ये.
Very glad we met you.
पहले
We're
वाले गेम.
obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
अपन
Bless
भी
you for your
हाफ
generosity
नोबल मैन है
and
ना.
your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
They're always
भाई
out to
नाम
spite
कितने
each
हार्ड हैं.
other.
झेले ऑफ एंड
Some
टेक ऑफ.
dispute about some meadow.
ख ये बहुत यूज करते हैं.
Well, I don't suppose those are the only...
It ain't far from Sheleov to Semin. Sir Jan, the owner, he got a big stud farm with fine horses. And down by the water, a mill. The biggest village in these parts is Troskovitz.
पिछले गेम से अगर मुझे कोई चीज एकदम अच्छे से याद है तो वो ये है कि मैं घोड़े चुराता था और बेचता था उनको यहाँ.
Then there's Nabakov Fortress, Sir Yaramir's.
Let's see, इसमें भी उतना ही आसान
There's a
है.
mill at the foot of it. But Pavlena knows more.
मेरा आई थिंक सबसे स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट हॉर्स भी चुराया हुआ ही था.
How come you live out here?
That's just the way it is. It's for me to know.
Ah.
Take care. Praise be Jesus Christ.
Good day.
Are you managing here or...
We don't complain. We mostly live off the woods. And when we need something else, we buy it, or mostly I weave baskets. And me and Ma brew ointments and potions. Then I go around the villages selling them, or I barter them for stuff we need. Sometimes folk come here to us when it's something serious.
How come you live here and not in the village?
Oh, that's hard to explain. It's... and Ma and... look, that's our affair.
Is anything interesting happening around the...
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time, Lord, but I reckon you know something about...
You got that right.
And that's the biggest thing happening. Apart from that... A band of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond.
You said you'd shoot arrows at the Cumans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty handy with it. I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trotsky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down. But that'll never happen. So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin. Yeah, then.
Unfair world, ना? सब हो ही गया, I think. और कुछ बाकी है? No.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle.
Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't, but you're right. We shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial, and they're so...
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved
भाई
my
वही
skin.
तो प्रायोरिटी है.
So did
उसने
I.
बचाया था भाई. हाँ देख.
First Trotsky, Von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. But that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponent. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here.
Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
रेपुटेशन गेम ठीक है. ओह, हम लोग जा रहे काकी. वो पैसे दे रहे भाई. दादी लोग के घर जाते ना. घर से मिलने वाला था क्या ये जड़ा. चार घंटे की होने वाली है रिकॉर्डिंग ये ट्यूटोरियल. Deep Silver presents. मस्त दिख रहा भाई.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa. Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai!
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not. Your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
लग गई ना वाट.
What the fuck was that?
जाओ नहाने.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Which is not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You tried to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
And the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be...
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged...
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, even though it didn't always...
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our... We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna.
Food. About bloody time.
वाट तो लग गई इन लोगों की.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Oh.
What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Let's see. मेरे को तो डाउट है.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Doesn't half taste good today.
Talk about your captain.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment,
The
then.
stuff's undrinkable.
I'll be right back.
Leave it out. Once you got through the first one, you knock 'em back like it's nectar.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Wow.
I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine.
I need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
Wow. That's good.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why you standing here like a pillar of salt?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for. So you work your debt off like a...
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into the second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sack. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallis.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. But I know this place inside and out.
Where do you want the sacks moved?
To the pantry. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too.
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their...
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that...
Von Berghoff recruiting men at...
No, Von Berghoff. They go of their own free will. They're fed up of ordinary work. It don't occur to them they might not cope. They just see easy earnings. Then the old folks have to do their work.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me. So don't bother looking anywhere. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things, all right.
Well then, speak.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand... When rich folks get married, That's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets itched to a bathhouse wench.
Who is this?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samine. The old Jan Samine is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still...
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samine, of course. I expect old sir...
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invite...
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a...
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. What can I get for you?
Innkeeper!
The Lord be with you.
What did you say about the...
Radovan, a decent sort. He's got some odd ways, and his Smitty's in Takov. That's a bit out of the way, but he always does such a good job.
What did you say about them?
Crazel?
Excuse me?
Aye, he does. It's just I've heard tell he gets
Okay. Go and start with those sacks.
nice and steady, so you don't do your backing.
Unpause. चलो बात करते हैं सर.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What?
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of... We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
हाँ मेरे को ही करना पड़ेगा.
I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although,
Hey?
a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you...
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields.
Okay.
Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can...
So, which do I...
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labor, it wouldn't be such an offense against divine order as in my case. Pure blood. Noble state. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend. I'll repay the favor.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
But above all, Once we're out of the... As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the
Okay.
forest and find Mutt in a trice.
मट को ढूंढने में हेल्प
Although,
करेगा वो भी।
if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
Some noble was resting under it, not for shade, but because it was pissing down. All the more. But it broke his horse's back. And that...
I'm on it.
You're a right lord of the sacks.
We'll be here long after we're...
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
I fled from Silver Scalets.
Silver Scarlets? You people mine silver there?
Aye. Well, we did. Until Sigismund attacked us.
Bugger me.
He needs coin for his troops, so he goes after the silver. The sly ginger fox. Even the Kuttenbergers surrendered to him not long ago, I heard.
Did you lot surrender to him as well?
He'd have had to talk to us first. They just attacked, burnt down the village, and slaughtered most of the people.
I'm sorry to hear that. May God welcome their souls. Thank Christ we've been spared that kind of misfortune so far, eh, Radovan?
That's because they have silver, and we ain't got shit, Crazel.
Good point.
What do they call you, lad?
Henry of Scalets.
Fancy yourself a noble, it seems.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
That's right. A big affair.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though.
Because you weren't invited?
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Samine and the bailiff's lass? We're all just playthings in God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish in time, like smoke.
Trying to sound clever again, are you, Crazel?
All I'm saying is that these petty affairs of men leave me cold.
Sod that! It's gonna be big! Even Lord von Burgo himself is gonna be at the wedding. And he hardly ever shows his face in public.
Would it be possible to get to von Burgov, even though he keeps his distance from people?
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or traveling somewhere. And he's powerful, and so the only chance of meeting him is at the wedding.
And everybody will want something from him.
Could someone get to the wedding?
Someone? You mean?
Well, I think it might be possible. A play of light and shadow, a cloak.
What are you going on about?
All right, all right. I won't say another word.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day. So you won't get in without an invitation.
So...
the best thing would be to find a job that we...
Aye. There's always lots of hands needed at a wedding. As the hours pass and the guests raise their goblets, they'll lower their guard.
I'd like to ask about the wedding.
You've heard all...
I'm looking for work.
And what can you...
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes 2 of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards, when I'm swamped with work. If you're not talking shit and you can wield a hammer, we'll shake on it. And if you prove your worth, I'll even take you to that wedding.
Why would you work at a forge? Come and work for me at the mill. It's a cleaner job, and easier. And I can get you to that wedding, too.
Leave it out, you rogue. I asked him first.
Blacksmith बनूं या...
Interesting offers. I'll have a think about it.
Don't leave it too fucking long, or it might be too late.
If you're after more than just brute force and fire, you'll find me in Lower Samine.
And me in Takov.
I haven't been here before, and I'd like...
What's there to say?
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the time.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick, as they...
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him. Ulrich von Schomberg's his name.
I saw him on the gate tower.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard.
If you can get to him.
So it's peaceful.
Aye.
But we'll...
About that job.
Drop by at...
Or attack off Smith.
I've got to be...
Wait, there's something else I want to ask. What brought you all the way from Scarlet's? And who's that companion of yours?
We were straightforward with you, so don't be shy, and tell all.
It's a long story. What I will say is that fella who looks like he sleeps in a dung heap is Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. We were supposed to deliver a message to Lord von Burgov at Trotsky. We set up camp down by the pond, and in the evening we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything, even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Aye, these are evil times. Nothing ever happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
One day, when the time comes, I'll take her to the
Okay,
butcher.
चलो उठाने का टाइम आ चुका है पिकअप
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
You believe it? Somebody bumped him off.
ये वो काउंट नहीं हुआ पहला वाला
That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved. You don't see something like that every day. I need to plow too.
उधर ही रखना है वाह नशीब
Bring me something to eat. And nor should
That
you.
was our
Except
company.
I don't have a
But the
bullet,
two of us
and you
managed to
won't
get
let me
away.
yours on any
It
other
was the
day.
same
Go
bandits
and
who
see
attacked
the
Lord von
priest
Burgov's
first.
men.
If he says
Why
it's
the
all
fuck
right,
doesn't anyone believe
I'll be
us?
happy to help
Maybe
you, friend.
because you've got no way of proving it.
We lost everything.
What if you're one of those bandits?
How's life
and
treating
you're
you?
up to no good?
Not too bad.
We should kick
But I've got
both
so
of
much
you out.
to do.
तो ये दोनों जा रहे हैं
Something too to get it all done on time. You know, why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out? Sure. Where could I find...
Christ, pardon me.
They are never good enough for you. I don't want some food for nothing in my house. I need someone...
चल दो और फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट
What did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
ओके
What do you mean?
झगड़ा
They
होने वाला
attacked
लग रहा है
themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're
झगड़ा होने
saying.
वाला है क्या
A weed like you, surviving a fight against bandits, even von Burgov himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Did you hear what that lying nobody wants?
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
अरे
Oh, I'm
झगड़ा होने वाला लग
so
रहा है
scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
अबे
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on then.
You scum!
हो गई लड़ाई भी नाइस अपरकट में जो भी होता है
Why did you do that? Don't spare
Not much for us,
I'm wounded.
fucker.
Nice hit. I'm done with you in a flash.
Come on then.
Go fuck yourself.
Stick all the way over here.
Let him have it.
What do you want?
With your arse open.
आले
Hey, get him.
Whack up.
Let him have it.
Send my greetings to the devil.
Now you'll die. Yeah! Don't spare him! Die already!
Come on then.
You shouldn't have fucked with us, you
Nice
bastard!
hit. Oh, fuck it.
अबे तू कौन है बे
You back.
Filthy vermin.
Good.
These days, no one's ever really safe.
Now, scum!
Ah, zeig, was du drauf hast.
Come on then.
I'm hit!
Send my
You'll never
greetings
beat me.
to the
You
devil.
swine.
हो गए मारने नहीं देता रहा ये गेम साला पूरी तरह
What the hell is going on here?
वाह
Grab them vagabonds!
अपन अरेस्ट होने वाले हैं अभी वाह वाह ये बंदा एक तो मुंह ने बंद रख सकता ऊपर से वहां के गार्ड्स को मार रहा है भाई
This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
भाई हमारा हालत भी तो देख कहाँ है भाई
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his
True.
lordship.
You've got a nerve.
If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
अलग मकसद भी
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
I was just defending.
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world...
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Wow.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
झगड़ा हो गया अलग होने वाली है अभी पार्टी.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Ocelotto.
Hey! Go!
आया ना चपटी.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Finally.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Oh, this won't end well. Oh, crime and reputation.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
You're Henry, right? Or was it the other one? You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskovit.
You're welcome. At least it was good for...
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Barely. They just let me out of the pillory. Nobody wants anything to do with me. And I don't even know what hill that is over there.
Well, that there hill is Slatego. And you pull yourself together.
Slatego.
Like Tomcat says, nothing's impossible. And bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from...
I ain't. I'm just passing.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For what? They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a naria groschen. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You're something like...
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary or help in the
Okay.
tavern, but I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller or a nomad, but don't say it too loud. The locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
You said you were going to...
I'd like to go.
Aha.
Well, she doesn't know it yet, but I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
Why exactly are you helping?
Why? Why? I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook, or a...
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed, although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe.
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your...
That's a long story.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now, but you might find something in the town hall armoury. Although you...
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
Money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find...
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to...
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semin?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semin.
I really need something.
I...
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
Okay.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semin. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So,
Blacksmith
no
क्या काम
rush.
पे लग सकता है अपन?
Hopefully
Okay.
by then I'll find a way to sneak in.
चलो बस हो गया इससे बात. अरे नहीं ये करना है.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue. Otherwise, Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Combat training 1. भाई इसके पास तो जाना पड़ेगा.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
तो आज के एपिसोड के लिए इतना ही. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. इसके एपिसोड आई थिंक 2 या 3 दिन के गैप में कंटिन्यू आते रहने चाहिए. होपफुली मैं इसको कंप्लीट कर दूँ. और थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. बाय बाय.